Hello everybody.
Hi.
Welcome to today's tour. We're taking you to Exeter, New Hampshire.
And we are very excited about this vlog, as we are all of our vlogs, but we're extra excited about this one because we call Exeter our home. When we moved from the West Coast last summer, we dreamed of being able to live in a place like Exeter, and we were lucky enough to find a place. And this place is so incredibly special to us. And we're so excited to share this beautiful town with you.
This is an amazing town. It is an incredibly historic town. It's got incredible food, an amazing bandstand, beautiful river, and is a home to the best high school in the country. So join us and let's go check out Exeter, New Hampshire.
Let's go. So we will start our walking tour of Exeter at Phillips Exeter Academy, which was founded in 1781 by Colonel John Phillips and his wife Elizabeth. Colonel Phillips lived his life in Exeter. Phillips Exeter Academy is the top-ranked private high school in the country and also the top-ranked boarding high school in the country, and is number 4 in the world. 1/3 of all graduates go on to Harvard, and a few notable graduates are Robert Todd Lincoln, Mark Zuckerberg, and Franklin Pierce, President Franklin Pierce. We're so lucky to be filming on the nicest day we've had since probably September. 76 degrees out right now. The Exeter Historical Society was founded in 1928 and resides in the old Exeter Library, which was built in 1894. This lovely old brick church, which is the First Baptist Church, was founded in 1879 and was a community and religious center for the town of Exeter for 220 years before finally closing its doors. State. New Hampshire does not have a helmet law. The Congregational Church was first gathered in 1638 by Reverend John Wheelwright, who founded Exeter, and the current structure was built in 1798. Inside includes the pew where Abraham Lincoln sat when he came to visit his son, Robert, while attending Phillips Exeter Academy. Hi. Hi. The Inn by the Bandstand is in an old, beautiful home built in 1809, and it houses two lovely restaurants. Ambrose, named after Ambrose Swayze, who is a very prominent and very important resident in Exeter. And the other restaurant is Otis, which is a 5-course tasting menu. And in the center, we've got the bandstand, which was a gift to the town of Exeter by Ambrose Swayze in 1916. It replaced an old one, an old wooden one. And the Exeter Brass Band, which was founded in 1847, has held summer concerts there ever since. The band still plays there every Monday night in July. Come check them out. They are awesome. Leonardo's is a great place for breakfast and lunch, and they make their own bread, which is so yummy. But it's also an important place. And it was at this spot that Dr. Otis protested, because in 1929 they wanted to tear it down. The Sanford Oil Company owned the property and they wanted to build a gas station here. And this tavern was originally built to be a meeting place for the patriots of the Revolutionary War, and Dr. Otis just felt it was too important a structure to be torn down. So his protests were responsible for the saving of Folsom Tavern, which was later purchased and is now owned by the part of the Independence Museum by the Society of Cincinnati. And this building across the street, the Mayor Building, was the old Ioka Theater, a movie theater, which showed movies from 1915 to 2008. And it was sold and is now being renovated and will house condos and businesses, including a speakeasy, which will have, without a doubt, one of the best views of the Exeter River. And Otto Pizza, which is incredibly delicious pizza, is housed in the old firehouse. The old Exeter firehouse, which was built in the mid-1800s. There's so many beautiful little shops and restaurants here in Exeter. But we must mention this one, Forest and Ash. It's one of the premier interior design stores on the seacoast. And it is also co-owned by our landlord's sister, Robin. Hi, Robin. It's a great place. So many good things in there. Beautiful home. Look at those narrow stairs. And we're coming up on the Gilman Garrison House, built in 1709 by the Gilman family, a very famous family who we'll highlight a lot when we do the history tour of Exeter. Gilman started the very first sawmill in Exeter in the 1650s. And this beautiful river is where two rivers meet. The Exeter River is the upstream freshwater segment, and the Swampscott River is the downstream tidally influenced segment. After 1638, when Exeter was founded, it was turned into a mill town, with Gilman erecting the first sawmill in the 1650s. And then from there, it just boomed into a mill town to include grist mills, mills for pressing linseed oil from flaxseed, a carding mill, a snuff mill, starch mills, paper mills, my personal favorite, chocolate mills, even New Hampshire's first gunpowder factory. And the most memorable mill, the Exeter Manufacturing Company, and that is the one you see still standing in the distance, was incorporated in 1827 for the production of cotton cloth. Ben wants to go and see Dog and have a beer. Our dog loves beer. Don't worry, we don't give him very much. Not good for them. Just a little taste here and there. Sea Dog has some pretty amazing blueberry beer. On a warm day, it's so refreshing. And speaking of chocolate, our chocolate mills, the Chocolatier, a wonderful gourmet chocolate shop And despite this being a smaller town, it is home to 3 chocolate shops, which is reason alone to live here or definitely visit. Ben wants to walk in front. The Water Street Marketplace building is a warm fuzzy for a lot of us because it housed the Sears catalog store. And those of us from certain generations cannot think about Sears catalogs without thinking of the wish book. Everything we wanted Santa to bring us just about came from that book. Did for me anyway, and all my buddies. How about you, Ross? And we're gonna turn and go to this little bridge called the String Bridge. I had to look it up. String Bridge is an interesting name. The reason it's called that is because across the way here, where all the mills were, was actually an island. And they took a couple stringer logs, put them across, and put pedestrian handrails on the side, and that's how things were transported from the mills to the other side. Hence the name String Bridge. With the removal of the last great dam that they had in Exeter, it allowed the water to flow freely, which has greatly improved the drinking water of Exeter. Ben's enjoying the shade and the breeze that's coming through the bridge. He's enjoying his little break. Travels with Ben. town hall, our beautiful town hall, was dedicated in 1856. They started building it in 1855, rebuilding it actually, to replace the old dilapidated structure. Abraham Lincoln spoke here twice, in 1860 and in 1853. It cost $30,000 back then to build it, which is equivalent to roughly $1,077,000 these days.
Yes, she does.
Hi, cutie. Howdy, you little cutie. Up on this beautiful bandstand we go. Interesting looking down this main street is that it really hasn't changed that much in almost 200 years. Building from 1860, building from 1770, which housed Kimball's Hardware. The shops are newer, but so many of the buildings are pretty true to when they were built. Another chocolate shop. That was the founder of Phillips Exeter Academy.
No capital outside. Oh, yeah.
Ross, they have ice cream from Stillwell's. We're going to have to stop and get some. We're going to need ice cream. Definitely.
But first,
We have the Citizens Bank across the street, which was originally the Exeter Banking Company, which opened in 1893. It's been a bank ever since, and it maintained its Victorian structure, and inside it still has 2 teller stands, just like it always has.
You're welcome.
Yeah, the old Woolworths sign. This is the old Woolworths building, the Smith building. And Woolworths was here from the 40s until the 90s. And now it's time for an ice cream break. Hey there, buddy.
She's so overworked.
Hi.
Puppies, 1, 2.
We just had a delicious ice cream.
it was quite.
I don't know. Sometimes it's called
This is the Phillips Exeter Academy boathouse. Robert Stewart Waterfront Park, dedicated October 20th, 1990. Just read the little plaque. The old mill buildings across the way have been transformed into really nice condos. popular spot for photography.
I know. I got.
Sorry.
Here.
Hello.
Hi.
And she was wiping the. She was like.
Hi there. Hey, buddy.
Hi.
Hey, buddy. You've had a good swim. Good for him. It's a good day for it.
Gorgeous. We're so lucky.
Yes, we are.
Good. You said hi to your friend.
Hey, buddy.
What a good boy.
Have a nice day. that beautiful yellow building across the street is American Independence Museum, which was opened in 1991 after a rare copy of the Declaration of Independence was found in the Lad Gilman House. That's what it originally was, the Lad Gilman House. And it was found 200 years after it arrived in Exeter. The museum also houses more than 3,000 artifacts. And here, I'm going to take the camera. I'm going to go down here a little bit alone because they do not allow dogs down here. This is Swayze Parkway. And Ambrose Swayze gifted it to the town in 1931. We have a lovely seasonal farmers market right along here, which runs, I think it's May. See, we're new here. I think it's May through, it's September, October, I believe. And this part of the Exeter River was a seaport in the early 1700s with gondola boats, which were a shallow drafted type of cargo barge that would come up, making their way to the Great Bay to transport lumber to England. And along this beautiful walkway, and one of the trees down here, which one I'm not certain, is home to 2 bald eagles, which is an incredible privilege for anyone to see them take flight. buddy. I'm back. And another shot of the Independence Museum. The museum's mission is connecting America's revolutionary past with the present. They just had this ceremony this past weekend. And across the street, this beautiful structure is Folsom Tavern, which is where we're going to conclude our tour. Folsom Tavern is a part of the Independence Museum. You can see how they're actually going to be constructing a walkway to connect the two. And this was built in 1775 by Colonel Samuel Folsom. As we mentioned earlier, a gathering place for patriots during the Revolutionary War. And this is where General Washington stopped in 1789 for breakfast when he was touring the New England states. Got a little more of Phillips Exeter Academy in the background. And that concludes our walking tour of Exeter. We hope you've enjoyed it. We certainly have loved sharing this with you.